Hi. Hello. How are you? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Recording on a new device, so let's hope that goes well. It's already saying I'm low on battery and I just charged it, so fingers crossed that that is not a concern. Okay, so today we are reacting to an old vlog of mine. I had to log into an old Gmail account of mine from this YouTube channel today and noticed that I have some comments on a video I recorded. Probably one of my most popular vlogs I've ever uploaded. I think it was about 3 years ago whenever it went live, and it's called Losing the Love of My Life, Heartbreak in parentheses. So yes, this was probably the darkest time of my life so far. It was a very deep, dark depression that was self-induced and retrospectively for a good reason. I had a lot of soul searching to do and identity to develop and things like that, but it was really hard losing a very significant relationship in my life. And so we're gonna see what I had to say, maybe even respond to some of the comments, and yeah, enjoy. So this is from November 6th, 2018, and it has around 14k views. So yeah, let's get started.
Hey guys, so I did a poll on my channel and a lot of people said they wanted to see me vlog. Can't believe I'm recording myself right now. I look like a potato. So I'm gonna try to start vlogging and see what happens. I look dead.
I was basically dead at this point in my life. I was not okay. I was in probably the worst bout of my eating disorder. I had very low energy, no sex drive at all. I felt like shit about myself, and I had a very, very, very hard time coming out of it. It took well over a year for me to fully recover. I don't even know if that's the correct terminology really that I'm looking for, but for lack of a better term, recover. And so yeah, it's really sad seeing me in this state, because I know now how bad of a condition I was in, and just seeing like baby Shelby be vulnerable when she's like barely surviving is kind of sad, you know, like it's a little sad.
I'm sorry, just ignore my appearance, but kind of just want to talk to you guys about where I'm at emotionally. Let's be like vulnerable. I had 2 breakups this year, and many of you know that I had the breakups, I think, who follow my ASMR channel, but yeah, I broke up with both of them because I'm very picky. One was a 7-year relationship that ended in January, February-ish, and the other one was a 6-month relationship that I got into about a month after my 7-year relationship. Some would call that a rebound. I really loved both of these people. And it's really uncomfortable. I don't know if you guys have ever been through a breakup, but it is fucking, it's the worst. Like there's nothing compares to the pain of losing someone.
Absolutely agree. And some of the comments, like, owie, they hurt. A majority of them are super kind and understanding, and I've actually found that a lot of people can relate to what I was saying, but there strategy to deal with the heartbreak of the first breakup, and whenever that relationship inevitably ended, it's like it all came imploding on me all at the same time, and I finally had to give myself almost, I'm trying to think, like almost 7 to 8 months of like actual healing and like regenerating and like working through the shit. But yeah, it didn't make it any less difficult, that's for sure. I kind of was just putting off the inevitable of actually having to deal with what that relationship meant to me and what losing that person meant to me. And yeah, I'm a better person for it, so no regrets.
You know what? I mean, death, obviously, but I haven't, honestly, like, knock on wood.
Still,
I haven't
true to this
lost
day.
anyone significant.
Thank God.
Nobody's like died yet, so it's hard for me to like relate to that. But thank God, like I'm really fortunate for that. But yeah, these two guys are no longer in my life by my choosing, and here I am laying in bed staring at my ceiling, depressed about it. Like, didn't I choose this? Like, isn't this what I wanted? It makes no sense. Like, it makes no sense. The grass is always greener. I keep on like tweeting this because I just keep thinking about it. Every time that I think about Tim, I'm like, I miss him. Like, I miss the security. I miss him as a person. He was my best friend. I miss him. Then all I can, like, then I think about when I was with him. Like, I was so unhappy. Like, like, we stopped caring about each other. We stopped talking to each other. We were like roommates, basically. And like, I made a decision to like leave. And I did it. And I went through with it. And I was like fine with it until he like moved on. And now I'm like, oh, no, you're just gonna move on. Okay. That's cute. Great for you. Now I care about you again. It's so messed up. I'm like naked under here, so I was about to like, no. And like, why am I like this? Like, I don't get it. It makes no sense. And it's so selfish. Like, it's so self-centered, you know? And I know that, like, I'm not an idiot, you know? Like, and that's why I haven't reached out to either of them, even though I'm like dying for like attention and like somebody who genuinely knows me to like love me, you know? Because I feel like nobody knows me anymore. Like, and that was one of my favorite things about being with Tim, was like, he knew me, you know, like we knew each other. Like after 7 years, like you know the person, like you're like, I know you, bitch. And like I lost that person, and I don't think I really thought about it a lot, because I was like, oh, we're always gonna be like close, we'll always be friends.
I think the reason why I get so much hate on this is because I was so honest. Like, I knew I was being selfish. I knew that saying that the things I was actually feeling inside sounded shitty. I knew that they were shitty, but it was authentically how I was feeling. And I think a lot of people, if they were honest with themselves, can relate to that. That feeling of like, I thought you would always come back to me no matter how I treated you. And yeah, that sucks, but a lot of immature people go through that stage, and like to act like people don't is disingenuous, you know? But yeah, it's cool looking back now that I do have somebody like that in my life again, who I feel like knows me and loves me and just wants to grow together and be together and thrive and build a family, and like all of the things that this version of me didn't see myself having for the foreseeable future. Being where
And I mean, we were friends for a little bit, like even through my rebound relationship, you know, like he was still my friend. We would still talk. And then literally like the month I broke up with James, he found a girlfriend. And I mean, maybe that's just like the universe's like timing to be like, y'all shouldn't be together. Like, we're gonna make sure that y'all can't be together. You know, because I'm sure if I wouldn't have found somebody, I probably would have just gone back. And I'm sure if he wasn't with somebody now, we would be hitting each other up. Like, you know, we still, I mean, I don't know if he loves me anymore, but like, I still love him, like, genuinely, like, unconditionally. And I'm really, like, I'm gonna start crying. I'm like proud of myself because I feel like I'm working on myself and like being better, like a better person. I felt like I was a shit person with Tim. Like, you know, it's just the truth. Like I was shitty. And I had no reason not to be because he let me. You know, like, and it's not his fault. Like, I'm not saying like it's his fault that I was shitty, but I mean, like, he didn't communicate standards like at all, and I felt like he just let me do whatever I wanted, and like, I feel like I prepared him for his relationship that he's in now. Like, I feel like I made him a better person for someone else, and that sucks, man.
That sucks for me, right? Like, that's great for him. It's sad, but like, you know, we are selfish creatures. Like, I was mad that I didn't get to have my cake and eat it too. Like, be a shitty person, grow away from him, then grow back with him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was mad that the circumstances weren't exactly what I wanted, which is just bonkers, like ridiculous. Like, you shut the hell up, you know what I mean?
It sucks because now I'm here laying in bed alone on a Saturday afternoon.
That is not the worst place to be. I remember that space I was in right here. And this is when, like, my depression was, like, at its all-time worst. Because I had just been to a baby shower for a family member, and I was just like, I'm never gonna have a family. Like, that's basically how I thought. Like, I was like, I'm never gonna get married. No one's ever gonna love me again. I'm not gonna have children ever. Like, I'm not gonna get a man to actually want to be with me. And like, this is it. Like, I was like, I'm always gonna be this person, and I hate this person, basically. And it was really, to pick up the camera and start recording, I don't know how I did it. I was in a very dark place.
It's fine. Like, now that I'm saying it all out loud, like, this is like really therapeutic. Because even though no one's talking to me and no one's actually listening in this moment, it feels good to like get it out and hear how like insane I sound, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I miss both of them. So I literally just woke up.
Okay, just for transparency, I had some editing glitches happen. So, if you're seeing that, that is why it happened in exporting my video to post, so.
It is November 4th today. I need paper and pen out. Ew. Oh, look. It's like 8:30, 8:45-ish, and I slept pretty well. I stayed up until like 10:30 and slept until about like 10 minutes ago. I decided last night, I was having like a really bad night. I mean, I vlogged a little bit, like talked about what was going on in my head a little bit, and I kind of decided that I think for the next 21 days, I'm going to take a break from social media, and I'm gonna try to quit smoking because that's something I've been wanting to do for a while. There's another thing. No, Jewel. no contact with my exes, which Tim doesn't usually talk to me, but James will reach out every now and then. And I think for 21 days, I'm just not gonna respond. Um, I just think it would be better.
What's weird about this is that I was talking about taking a 21 break from social media and like smoking and stuff, and this year actually me and my partner have stopped smoking. It's been about half a year that we haven't been vaping, and it feels great to not be vaping. And also I am on my second consecutive week of not doing or being active on Instagram. I'm actually taking a 6-month break. It was starting to be really unhealthy for me mentally, and I was just like, you know what, like this is not the vibe. Not the motherfucking vibe. So that's just interesting that parallels to today.
For him, and I'm gonna link a video down below because the School of Life made a video about why you should not talk to your exes after you break up and why it's kind of like cruel. And I thought it was really interesting. So if you guys want to watch that, I will link that down below. No contact, no Jewel, no social media. I think that's it. I get really obsessive about stuff like this. I have OCD, so I
Undiagnosed.
either want to do it like 100% or not at all. So really try to stick to it because as soon as I have like a mess up, I feel like I'm just gonna like fuck it. So wish me luck. My eyes like really red. It's weird. So today is Sunday. It is my day to get all of the work that I neglected to do Friday and Saturday done before tomorrow. So I'm probably gonna go to the studio. It is 10 a.m. I'm gonna change my clock because we just had daylight savings time. And it says 11 and it's actually 10. So let's see. I just finished picking up the house and eating breakfast. And now I'm gonna go to the studio and try to get my work done.
That's my friend Alyssa. We're still really good friends to this day. So that's really cute. I like that.
I just got done at the studio. I didn't finish everything. I'm just feeling like really down. Not really feeling great about myself. Oh my gosh. Okay, but I haven't been on social media, so that's great. Proud of myself there. I just feel like I've been so mean to myself. Like, let me take my sunglasses off. Oh my gosh, it's so bright. I feel like I constantly judge myself. Like, not only like appearance wise, but like my decisions. Oh my gosh. I watch a lot of Amy Young, which if you don't know who that is, I'm gonna link her channel down below and her website because she is amazing and I freaking love her. But she's talking about how a lot of times we spend, especially in terms of like past relationships, we spend a lot of our time after the breakup either in the past or in the future and not really in the present. And I feel like I'm doing that. Like, I feel like I'm just really putting myself through it with this shit about my friends over there. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording for a second. So I just made it back to my apartment. This is such a talky vlog, I feel like. I'm just like, listen to me talk and vent about all my problems. But yeah, I really feel like I am so concerned about mistakes I've made in the past and people I've hurt, and like it's really making me just like hate myself, you know? And maybe this is just like part of the process, like getting to a place where I can love myself is just realizing that I'm such a fuck up. And I've hurt people that like genuinely loved me, you know. Gosh, I'm so like sappy and weird. But yeah, I'm just like going through it. I'm just being single for the first time like ever in my life, and it is so hard. It is so hard because I keep on telling myself that like no one cares about me anymore. You know, and I don't know what that's about. Like I don't know if that's just my mind being so used to being in a relationship for so long that now that I'm not in one, I feel like no one cares about me. But man, it sucks. And I know like this is just part of it. Like this is part of the process. Like I need to get through this part to get to the next part, but I feel so pessimistic about it all. Like it's never gonna be okay. I'm never gonna get to a place where I'm happy with myself or I'm in a loving relationship with somebody I genuinely care about and that genuinely cares about me. It feels so distant and non-existent. That was lovely. That was like poetry. You're welcome.
See, like, this is so odd because I feel so detached from this version of myself. Like, I relate to her in a lot of ways, but I don't feel bad anymore about past decisions. Like, it's such a waste of your energy, especially if it's come to the point where you're just beating yourself up for no reason. I think it's great to reflect and, you know, I don't see anything wrong with that, but there is, I think, a threshold to where you have to just let it go at some point. Like, you can't keep mulling it over in your head and making it into something else because it's not productive. It's not helpful to you or the people that you hurt. Like, you apologize, you move on, and you deal with the consequences of your actions. And I think that was the most difficult part for me during this time, was realizing that the consequences sucked. They really fucking sucked.
Anyway, I'm just like rambling. I ate chicken and corn for lunch. Kind of weird. I made couscous too, but I really don't like couscous, I realized. And yeah. Hey guys. So I'm editing this vlog right now. Even though it's like really boring and literally just like me talking the whole time, I hope that somebody out there can relate to what I'm going through. I mean, I hope like it's a terrible feeling. So I hope not, but I hope I can help somebody out there who's going through the same situation as me. And just know that you're not freaking alone. I'm going through the exact same thing. And yeah, this is where I'm gonna end the vlog, and I'm gonna try to keep on posting. I'm 2 days strong on no Jewel, no contact, and no social media. So feeling great about it. Yeah, feel free to comment down below and subscribe if you want. Okay, goodbye. Hey guys, so I am ugly crying right now. I don't know why I'm filming myself, but it just kind of feels like I need like a reality check, you know? I just ate some peanut butter, humor and everything, right? And a banana. But I'm like really sad. Because I feel like I'm like finally getting to a place where I'm not happy, like, and I want to forgive myself and I want to like get better. And I don't know how. Like, I genuinely like don't. Like, I have so much hatred for myself and like my past. Oh, I sound like such a crybaby. But I'm not like looking for anybody to like feel sorry for me. Anything like that, like, that's not what this is, but I'm just thinking about how like I lost somebody that like I really care about. about it. He's not gonna come back. And I did that, you know, like, I chose that. Like, I didn't want him in my life anymore, so he left. I was just here, like, ugly crying to a camera. I don't know. I just feel so... Nothing's ever gonna be okay. But I know I'm, like, young and there's almost so much life ahead of me, and, like, I was watching a video about how to, like, forgive yourself, and this is what I do. I watch just how-to videos on, like, basic human things.
I still do that to this day, every single day, and I love that about myself.
That every human should be able to do, but I'm a robot, so I don't know how to do that. But it's talking about how when you're, like, ugly crying, but you still care what you look like. I was talking about how, like, the past you, like, just made the best. I'm sorry. Past you made every decision, like, to the best of your knowledge, and you have to start believing that you would never, like, do something to intentionally hurt, like, future you. It just feels like I made choices that weren't thought through, you know, like, and maybe it's just that, like, I'm developing, like, my character is developing. I sound like a video game. Is this a video game? But, like, and I want to be, like, happy for him, you know, because he's moved on and, like, he's happy, but I'm just so selfish. Like, all I care about is myself. She says as she cries. I seem crazy. I promise I'm not crazy, but I just feel like I'm trying to do everything right all the time. It's never enough. I just feel like I don't want to be with anybody else. You know, like, I'm just so scared that he's gonna, like, get married to her and, like, I'm never gonna get that chance again, you know? Is that pathetic? Whenever we were dating, especially whenever, like, we first started dating, like, we basically grew up together. I'm sorry. Just forgive me. I don't even care. We started dating in high school, and I just remember, like, I would stay at his house a lot, and he would, like, be gone, and I would always think, like, I don't know what I would do if he, like, got in a car accident. Like, I would, like, die. And I'm terrified of, like, not spending the rest of my life with him, you know? I know I've wasted so much time apart from him already. Like, it's almost been a year. It's like he's making memories with somebody else.
That's, like, probably still, like, the hardest part about any breakup is realizing that all you have left of them are your memories. And yeah, that relationship is fully dead, and having to come to terms with the fact that they've moved on successfully, and therefore you do too. You know, like it's like the final, like, it's over, you know?
I hate that. I was watching another video that was like talking about how maybe a decision that you thought was bad actually turned out good for the person. And like, maybe it is happier with her. Like, I really do hope that she's good to him, but I don't know how I'm gonna get over this. Like, for her, it's like physically hurts, you know? Anyway, if anybody can relate, then yay.
There at the end, I just started feeling like really bad disgust for myself, and therefore I was like, okay, this is done. Like the productivity in this moment's over, you know? Okay, so let's look at some of the comments, shall we? So it's called Losing the Love of My Life, Heartbreak. 270 likes, 14 dislikes, 13,000 views, November 6, 2018. Let's organize by top comments. Let's see. So many of these comments are people being like, I lost the love of my life too. This is like one of the ones that's kind of harsh, but Renee and Vic said, so she dumped him, and now that he has moved on with his life with new woman, she feels unhappy, question mark. This is more like the saying, you don't know what you got until it's gone. Everyone's entitled to be wanted and loved. Don't think a second that a woman can't easily take your place. If you don't want him, someone else will. My ex broke up with me, and now that I'm with someone new, he won't stop bothering me and sending me tons of DMs. I have zero feeling for him and want nothing to do with him anymore. And like, that's good for her, you know? Okay, so this person commented twice, and like one of them was kind of harsh and one of them was like helpful, so I don't know what changed in their perspective, but they said, no name. Modern type love issues. You can't be selfish and throwing away a 7-year love and best friend, plus get pity for losing him when you quit writing. And I made it really clear that I wasn't looking for pity, so. They also said you should read about simulated happiness. It's a psychological term. It's a brain mechanism of always dreaming of, if you did this, life would be better, that life will be better. I bet you in every situation are unhappy because reality doesn't measure up to simulated happiness. It's a good practice to be thankful for every moment, blessed in the moment. It may help. Good luck. So, yeah. I take offense to the sentence, I bet you in every situation are unhappy because reality doesn't measure up to simulated happiness. Like, that's not true. But I appreciate the advice. Yeah, this person, I think, is the closest to kind of what I was saying, but SB said, I can relate. I'm so hurt with myself. This pain never ends. He's more happy without me, and I hurt him so fucking bad. I want to die. And that's how I felt. That's exactly how I felt. A lot of people were just like, I needed to ugly cry. Like, thank you. frustration that comes from not wanting to be perceived like you are needing pity or attention or something, but still wishing there could be someone to relate and say something to ease things. How genuinely honest you are is wonderful. Some people have a hard time moving on. There's no good way to do it. Love is painful, or love is powerful. Freudian slip. Love is powerful, the thing that can make you happy every day, or vice versa. The larger part of you will take a long time to heal, but in the meantime, you need to do your best to want to put it out of your mind and fill the rest of yourself with the other loves in your life, friends, family, your favorite hobby, the smaller things that give you joy. It's easy to somehow want to not move past it. Stay in bed and looking like a potato is easier. The hard part is to carry on, and that's exactly what you need to do. Then it will be bearable, not amazing, but bearable. And I agree. And it took a lot of that for me. So many people are so kind too. Yeah, people being mad that I'm hurting even though I made the choice to leave. It's like, okay. I will say that I don't crave the attention and time and admiration and connection with that person anymore. More so, sometimes I get confused why I was so infatuated with them for so long. Like they were really important to me, but the more I think about it, the more I'm like, they were not right for me. Like, not right. It just was not it, sis, Yeah. I don't know, not that anybody who commented will see this, but if you did, just know that I appreciate you. Criticism or not, it's just nice to know that people see me and care. So, I'll just end it there. I will link the original down below in case you want to check it out without me rambling over top. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're going through this right now, you are strong. You was smart. No, I'm just kidding. But, okay, you have to believe, like I said, that you made the best choices that you could given the limited knowledge that you had. And you have to believe that about yourself. And you also have to trust that going through that experience is going to make you a better version of yourself. And, that